Robin.
I was helping Bobby out. Robert Kelly is in studio with Larry the Cable Guy.
I like to see what you guys spend your millions on.
Huh?
As I have a
irresponsible
42-inch plasma
stuff. Well, Ant was showing you his home theater. Pretty impressive, right?
That's pretty fucking wild. That actually looks like a theater.
He doesn't know how he's going to pay for it now, but I mean, it's pretty impressive.
What am I going to do? Well, that's how you fucking live in this country, though. You just massive debt, and then you're forgiven for it. Obama's going to give me money for everything.
Right. Hello, credit cards.
You can get a bailout on that theater.
Yeah. I'm going to bail. I'm going to say it's a movie theater company, and even though it's in my house, I'm just going to have a couple of people line up outside my door to make it look legit.
How funny is it if you got a bailout?
I want a bailout from Obama.
You know, the three big automakers got $15 billion. And today, the makers of Saturn said they just need a couple $100 till Thursday.
That's it, huh?
How do car companies fail? That is like, what the fuck's going on out there?
Yeah, I think the price of gas kind of got to them. That people weren't buying, and they weren't ready with, smaller cars on their lots. They had the big SUVs. Right. But, I mean...
How do you lose, billions of dollars, though?
That's how they do it.
I don't,
retards.
How does it get to that point? But how does it get to that point?
Retards are managing it.
Amazing.
Yeah, the managers of all these things. That's what we were talking about earlier, too. Not just radio, but everything. The management doesn't seem to lose the jobs. It's everyone else. Until they don't have anything for the managers to manage. So they just stand around under the desks doing the duck and cover thing. Duck and cover, Billy.
Yeah.
Here comes your pink slip.
Right.
But they haven't even gotten down to management yet, where they start throwing them out the door, because that's going to be fun to watch.
They blame everybody else, and then they get new people in, and then they blame the new people.
For a lot cheaper.
They get rid of them, and then they blame the new people that replace the new people that replace the other guys, and it just goes round and round.
That's how it works.
So Larry the Cable Guy is in studio, and I was trying to, that's why I was a little mad, Bobby, because I was trying to pump you up to Larry the Cable Guy. Like he thought you sold T-shirts or something.
No, he actually asked me, he goes, hey, what's up, dude? Nice to meet you, Larry. He goes, yeah, what do you do? I go, insurance. I sell insurance. And he didn't even blink. He was like, oh, that's a great job. And then I told him to go fuck himself. And then he was like, I'm sorry. And then I felt bad.
He goes, I'm sorry, I just don't know you.
But then I apologized because it's not his fault that he doesn't know me. It's my fault that I have a shitty career.
But I did think to myself, that's a funny insurance guy. He ought to be a comedian. No, but I apologized to him because I told him, I said, man, I apologize. I don't get to New York much, but literally, I mean, I've been touring with I had an opening act for the last 5 years. I had an opening act for 2.5 years. I've had another opening act for 2.5 years, and he's about to go, and then I'm going to get another opening
Why is he
act.
about to go?
Well, I keep him for about 2.5 years each, because then you start repeating everything.
Hey, Rob.
Hope Dane's not listening.
And so...
Can you play to the Deep South there?
No, they would... you know what?
Not that...
They would love him. If he were
I'm
with
not
me,
shoehorning you. Trust me, I know you're playing everywhere, but...
No, my first 5 minutes, I'd be good for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, I was in Nashville. Every night I had some dyed blonde-haired lady with tight jeans and a rodeo shirt yelling at me, telling me I was Satan and I was a hunk of shit. I was fighting every night.
Speaking of comedians, we haven't talked about it yet. Maybe we can get him on the phone. Rich Voss, I don't know if you know this, but got in a huge fight with one of...
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? I heard a story about that, but I didn't hear
Rich Voss, right?
Yeah.
You know Rich Voss and you don't know me?
No, I don't.
That's actually more of an insult.
No, I know.
Listen,
I've never met Rich Voss. I know Rich Voss because
he's been around for 60 years?
I remember him because he was on the Last Comic Standing.
See?
Yeah.
I think I saw 2 episodes of that. I saw the one where Alfie May and the one with Richie Voss.
All right.
Where Richie's just ironing the whole time? I like that. We got to start calling him Richie. Richie Voss.
But that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to him, though. And then before I did that, I was just with Ron, Bill, and Jeff. So I really don't,
Yeah, but you know Rich Voss.
That really hurts him.
That really hurts everybody listening.
You're doing great so far, Larry.
That hurts all the people in there. Look at how depressed they're all sad.
You know what? I'm going to take you to Nashville with me.
I'm coming. Can I ride on the bus?
Jokes there?
Do I have any? No, I have no redneck jokes.
Not a one.
And then there, I work up in Boston and upstate New York and Connecticut. And
I fucking love his accent. I fucking want to pinch his cheeks. I'm like, Boston, I'm there. That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but if you talk like that, you get a lot more gigs in this country.
All I need is a fucking people.
You get a lot more
You understand?
gigs.
You need a people.
I'm a white Catholic, Irish Catholic guy. Okay? There's nobody
Yeah.
Irish people, white people don't follow their white people. They don't support their people. Rednecks support rednecks.
Some
blacks
do.
support blacks.
He's more than a redneck comic, though.
Well, you know, but you know what I'm saying?
They just don't have the right uniform for
Let me, yeah,
He's more
sure.
like he's more
I should
kind
get a
of-
hood.
He's blue collar there, Bobby.
Let me.
Blue collar.
I'm just preaching the wrong jokes.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me just concur for a small moment.
That'd be fantastic if he really talked like that. If he was French.
I'm actually from Manchester, England.
Larry's sort of one of us, too. He did a lot of radio coming up. A
Yeah,
lot
he's
of
telling
radio.
me. That's how he...
Hundreds of stations. That's when I first heard of him.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
He would wake up, and he would have to call a list of radio stations every morning, right?
Yeah.
And make believe you were on that station for real.
Yeah, pretty much. I had 27 total, but I remember when I was going in, you know, when I wasn't doing stand-up, they asked me to come in and be a sidekick in Orlando at the rock station Orlando. And I'd show up, I'd go in there, and I'd be on there about 20 minutes, and I'd be like, I gotta go, I'll be right back.
You had to call
And I'd
another
go in the
station.
other room, and I'd call 5 stations, I'd come back in, and do about another 25 minutes, go back in the... Dude, I did that for about 13 years.
There was a lot of guys like Larry made a
Yeah.
good living. You get a character going, and then these radio stations, because they don't do any of their own material, so they hire guys like Larry, which is good for Larry.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and
that's
all
the
of a sudden,
thing.
and it makes them, and then the morning show, it sounds like it was their creation.
The
It had
thing, I
nothing to do
learned,
with
the
it.
thing I learned about it is everybody could use something funny for 3 minutes.
Right.
Sorry.
What happened, Ed? You've been out of the conversation. Something going on over
This mic windscreen smells like vomit. It smells like
there? That's where the great Ronnie.
vomit.
That's where the great Ronnie B sits.
Well, I don't know who else was
Can I
sitting here.
smell
I
it?
think it was Dave.
Can I smell it?
Dave was sitting. Dave was
Dave
sitting there.
sits there too.
Is that where Ronnie B sits?
Ronnie B.
Ronnie B,
That was a
tell
good-
me he is not one of the funniest dudes
Ronnie
on
B.
the
Ron
planet.
Bennington is God.
Dude, he's
that guy
like the
is
funniest
so
guy on
goddamn
the planet.
You used to do his club, right?
Yeah, all the time. I still think he is the funniest guy.
Yep.
In the world, the quickest, the funniest.
Yeah, he'll come up with shit off the wall like he's everything from like he's a 30s gangster or something that just kind of was dropped in a radio. And
You know, a funny
Thank
story
you.
about Ronnie B.
there's the
He was
pukey
working
one.
the Comedy Corner one time in West Palm Beach when I was down there. And they used to play Rocky Horror Picture Show next door. So me and Ronnie B would go in there. You know how they yell stuff at the screen?
Yeah.
Well, we started. This one guy looked like from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. The what was his name? Lou, Mary.
Oh, we love Ted Knight.
Ted Knight. He looked
We
like
love
Ted Knight. So every time Ted Knight would pop up there, me and Ronnie go, Lou, Mary. And people, nobody yelled it but us. And so the next night we went in there, and he popped up. About 8 people went, Lou, Mary. Because they thought you were supposed to yell at it, the guy.
They didn't know.
That was
I'm
hilarious.
probably doing it to this day down there in Florida.
Oh, good. That
We're-
smells like
You're
new
good now?
electronics.
Where were we?
We were talking about how no one knows Bobby.
No,
Yet
he
they
actually-
know Rich Voss. And
he knows Rich
got in a
Voss.
fight.
Oh, the Rich
Now, Rich-
Voss story, right?
Rich Voss he wasn't listening to the show, but he actually woke up. He heard that.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, but
yeah.
The radio wasn't on.
Tell
Wait, somebody's talking nice about me.
We were outside the cellar on Saturday, and Bobby's phone rang. It was Rich Voss, like completely excited, like
Apparently.
an adrenaline rush was happening.
Apparently, he's on stage. He's got 3 to 4 minutes left in his act. So he was 20 minutes in. And nothing.
Oh, okay. I got it.
And
you did it so as a matter of fact.
so-
What are you doing?
and
He knows Richie better than you, so what are you doing?
I'm trying to tell jokes, trying to be funny like he was to get somewhere in life, you jackass. Let it go down. So he was on stage, and
Yeah.
some guy was yelling at him and saying he's saying he stunk. You stink. And Voss was like, well, then leave. Then fucking leave. And the guy took a drink and threw it at Voss.
Whoa.
Voss took a Diet Coke off of somebody else's table and threw it at the guy.
For a mature response.
Well, I mean, look, a guy throws something at you, you throw something back, right? And the guy went to rush the stage, and Voss kicked him in the head.
Yeah?
The guy went down.
Another one of Voss's karate kicks.
Yeah.
Was it one of those karate kicks with his little legs?
His little foot.
It's kind of impressive, but he only stands about 5'4", so
Yeah.
what damage is he really doing?
And he has a
with karate
size 6
kick?
shoe.
Yeah,
Right, yes.
And
It's like getting kicked by Dakota Fanning.
it's like getting hit, it's like getting kicked by someone's keychain. So the guy got up and came at him again, so he kicked him in the head again. I guess he kicked him in the
What a dummy this
kicked him
guy
in the
is.
head twice.
Rich,
and then
I
the,
mean.
the bouncers grabbed him and dragged the guy out. but he only had a couple minutes left. That was the end, so they just said wrap it up. So he had to kind of end on that note.
Oh, that's
and then
nice.
He couldn't sell his. He was like, it sucked. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, man. That's terrible. That news. No, I couldn't sell my DVDs after the show.
Couldn't do my merch.
Couldn't do my merch.
He should have UFC fucking shirts printed up for himself.
We should get Rich on the phone. Larry, anyone attack you ever? Who tells the best story? Otto and George. Otto got stabbed once, or the dummy got stabbed.
The dummy, George.
The dummy got stabbed.
His fucking puppet got stabbed, and then it mysteriously went through Otto's hand because I believe it's in the puppet.
Right.
No, back in the 80s, the girl threw a drink on me. That's about it. Then ended up banging her. So.
Of course. Well, you got it.
I got to
return the favor. Gave her a little facial.
I got into a fight with a guy. He actually threw a drink on me, and we got into a fight, and I wound up fucking him.
It wasn't on stage. Just a little bedroom spat.
I just fucked him. He said roasted fucking almonds.
Jesus Christ.
I said roasted almonds. I don't want fucking regular almonds.
Wow.
What's up, man?
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Come here. I'm kidding.
He's not.
I'm kidding.
That was the real.
Why are you showing off?
That was the real Bob Kelly coming out for a second.
Why are you showing off in front of Larry like that?
Yeah, I'm showing off. That's what I'm doing. I'm throwing almonds. He's really impressed. He doesn't even know who I am.
Larry, I don't want to be.
He's madder than a hunchback in a limbo contest.
I don't want to be a hack radio guy, but there's a fact in front of me I got to ask you about. You hit a 250-pound deer for real?
Oh yeah, me and my publicist Maggie, we was going to work a fair in Pennsylvania, so we were headed to the airport there in Lincoln. Live outside of Lincoln. And we're just driving down the road, and all of a sudden, darting out of this bean field, out of this cornfield,
holy shit,
is about a 250-pound 12-point buck.
No way.
And I hammered him. But the funny thing was, I didn't, because you can't slam on your brakes.
Right.
So I just slowed down and hit him, kept going straight. The entire front end of the truck is smashed in all the windshield, and she goes, weren't you going to stop? And I go, my first words were, that was a big sumbitch. And I'm not kidding. We pull over, and I'm looking at the deer, and a van pulls over, and there's two dudes in it that look just like me, and the guy gets out of his truck, and the first words out of his mouth were, boy, that's a big sumbitch. What are you going to do with it? And I said, I got to go to the airport. He goes, well, can I take it? And I said, go ahead, it's your deer.
It's all yours.
Oh, it was great. You know, my brother hit a deer a while back, and it ain't funny. He could have been killed, but he's fine, so it's funnier than hell. And I'll tell you what, he had hanging off the back of his truck, he had them fake bull nuts.
Yeah.
To make his truck looked up. Well, he hit a deer, rolled his truck, got throwed clear. And the paramedic showed up, seen them nuts laying there, thought they was his, and reattached them at the hospital that night. And he's dating a nurse now. So.
Which is nice.
I know a friend of mine that hit a deer in upstate New York. Him and his buddies were driving in a car, hit the deer. The deer's ass swung and slapped into the door and shit in the kid's face.
Oh my God. Sometimes those things go right through the windshield.
Yeah, they do. Well, that thing came right on the windshield, then rolled back down. We hit him and then rolled over him like speed bumps.
That's all you hear about when people hit deer is how fucked up your car gets from hitting a deer.
Oh, it was messed up. Turns out it was around Halloween. It was two kids and a deer costume.
Thank God it wasn't a deer.
Thank God it wasn't a real deer. We'd had PETA problems.
We got Rich Voss. Voss,
what's going on?
I was going to call you yesterday. I heard you got in a fight.
Fight? Yeah.
Richie, how's it going? Tell your parents I said hi. It was nice to come over and eat with you again.
I'm just kidding. Larry the Cable. Larry the Cable Guy in studio.
How's it going?
And he knows you from Last Comic Standing, and he doesn't know Bob Kelly, so.
Well, he's like the rest of the country.
See, Bobby, that wasn't nice.
Oh, you set me up for it,
Oh.
Well,
stop telling everyone my tricks, you ass. No more promotion for your Twitter.
What are we supposed to talk about? Why are you calling me?
Your fight.
You had a fight. That doesn't happen every day, so we're like, well, let's get Rich on the phone and see what he can tell us about the fight.
Well, Bonnie was being a bitch. And, not that fight.
No, I was on stage, and the front row, the two guys, they were so plastered. One guy kept nodding out, like the heroin nod. You know how you keep falling so back?
Yeah.
He had a heroin nod. And the other guy was just like, he didn't look up the whole time. And I'm going to his wife. I go, is he blind? Because I didn't know if he was blind, and he just wasn't looking because it didn't matter because if he was blind, And he was just so drunk, and, his head was down. So, I'm doing whatever, smashing whoever, and then I smash these guys a little. And then towards the end of the show, he goes, "Well, you stink." I go, "Well, that's okay. That's your opinion. I don't mind. But if you don't, why did you stay for the whole show?" And I don't like a movie. I get up and I leave. Well, it didn't get better after 35 minutes. It's not going to get any better. So I go, "Well, whatever." So he gets up and he throws his drink at me, which has happened many times. And
when you were on Last Comic Stand, my mom actually threw a drink at the TV.
So I threw my bottle of soda at him, and then he came rushing to stage. I mean, this guy was kind of big. He was like how Bobby used to look. He was big, husky guy, and he came running at the stage. So I just kicked him in the head. Because I was like a little, I'm a little higher up on the stage. And then he fell down a little and he got up again, so I kicked him again. They started dragging him out, and, of course, just like all the other times fights happen, I go, "There goes my DVD sales." And they dragged him out, and they ended the show. So, and then there was cops in the hotel,
a coma.
And they arrested him.
So anyway, Larry.
Oh, man.
How could Rich kick someone in the head twice, yet Rich got the head injury?
Did he really need to tell us he was on a stage? You kicked him in the head. We got it, Shorty.
I was higher than him because I was on a stage.
Usually got a story like that, it's going to be fun to... What is he doing?
Some of the ins and outs of what happened.
And,
I was...
when you tagged the DVD thing for to it.
Oh, he stinks.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw my drink at the microphone.
He did. He sounded like he was
He's probably tired.
asleep.
He's probably tired.
Well, Larry's been here 20 minutes. We haven't even told the people why. The big Comedy Central roast, man.
Oh,
They're
man.
roasting you, Larry. Larry the Cable Guy being roasted this Sunday? March 15th? Is this Sunday already? Holy shit. 10 p.m. on Comedy Central.
Yeah, that was a treat. You know what? It was fun, though, because everybody on there I asked for, they're all friends of mine, so it was a lot of fun. And before they went up on stage, I go, "Don't let back. Don't hold back. Do it."
So Comedy Central didn't just jam some of their fucking guys in there that don't even fucking know you to smash you?
No, matter of fact, the Comedy Central guys I usually get, I know. I mean, DePaulo, Jeffrey Ross, Nick and I used to work together all the time.
What about Bob Kelly? Was he on it?
No, Bob was not on it.
Okay.
Isn't it great? He's blurting out like DePaulo's name and everything.
And
he didn't know you.
He'll know me now because I'm going to say it 900 more times before he leaves.
I know it now.
He's going to wake up and go, "Bob Kelly!"
But all those guys are buddies of mine, so it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. And Gary Busey.
Really? Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? I thought it'd be fun to have him on there because you never know what Gary will do. Super nice guy, and he did good. I thought he was going to get on stage and make everybody mad and uncomfortable.
He got some good jokes in?
Right.
Good jokes in?
He actually roasted himself for 5 minutes, which was kind of odd.
He could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
And you didn't mention one of my favorites as far as roast go, Greg Giraldo.
Giraldo. Well, I was getting to Giraldo. Oh, yeah. He's an animal. He went off. He was hilarious. Greg's a funny guy, so I'm glad he was on it.
But then they throw like sort of what Bobby was saying. Then they throw someone in. Maybe you're friends with her. That's cool. But I don't know her for being funny. Maureen McCormick.
Yeah, Maureen McGovern.
Marsha Brady.
Yeah. No. Well, you know what? I was a fan of the Brady Bunch when I was a kid.
So what the
and
hell?
It's Marsha Brady. I mean, I gotta have Marsha Brady on my daggum stage.
But how mean can she be?
Something tells me she probably couldn't get up there and really kick your ass.
Well, she don't look like Marsha did when I remember. No. As soon as I got up there, I said, I wanted Marsha, not Ann B. Davis. What the hell
did the time go?
What have they done to me?
What happened to Marsha? God damn it.
Rich is mad. He's calling back. Rich.
Hey. I don't know if you guys heard the whole story because it was going so well.
Well, Rich, what the fuck? We hung up on you. That was a bad story. You got a good story to tell.
Well, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to embellish a story?
You made it sound like you get, in a fight every time you're on a stage. There's no big deal.
Add a chainsaw and some gunshots or something.
Yeah, add a black guy.
Well, I mean, first of all, I just got up, so, when you just wake up, stories don't come flowing out of your mouth.
What, do you wake up before every gig?
See.
Was that Anthony? You're not sick today?
Oh.
Why would I be sick?
I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Listen, I got nothing.
Doesn't make sense.
On the phone. What?
Rich.
You do stink.
Yeah,
the guy was right.
Rich.
What?
Like, all right, so if you're not ready to be on the radio, then you go to the guys, you know what, give me 15, 20 minutes to wake up. Because we thought we got a good... it is a good idea.
Why don't you take your teeth out and bite the guy?
All right, say hi to Larry the Cable Guy and move on.
What's going on? Hey,
How you doing, Rich?
Congratulations. I heard the roast was great.
Thanks. It went real well.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about the roast, so...
All right.
Lampanelli, I guess, has some clip of it.
Yeah,
going
let's
around.
play that. Well, this made all the gossip sites that people enjoy going to. Lampanelli making a nice Rihanna joke.
Oh.
Yeah, listen to this.
Larry yells, "Get her done," and his audience comes running. Get her done is to rednecks what free chicken and white bitches is to blacks. But come on, Larry, haven't you milked this get her done thing long enough? You've beaten that concept so hard it's now dating Chris Brown. Best joke ever.
Wow, Lisa, come on.
That is a good one.
That was a good one, though.
Yeah,
Can't give her that one.
Good thing about Lisa is she can say stuff nobody else can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they let her. And they don't let me.
Because
if I said that, I'd be arrested.
Oh, dude, me too. I'd be scared.
Again, back to being the white guy.
they fuck the shit out of her is why.
I'll tell you one another one.
Yeah.
Well, the black guy?
Oh,
That's
she
the
loves
rumor.
black guys.
Loves the black
I like
guys.
black guys, too.
Do you?
Man, I was doing this
If
one
it was
joke.
going to help my career, I'd fucking suck a black cock.
Oh,
I
God.
was doing this one joke and all the white people get all bent out of shape, and it's I was watching the inauguration and I thought it was kind of long, so I was going to turn it until they rolled that big tank down the street. I thought that was cool, and then my wife told me that was Aretha Franklin. And I'm like, I think that joke's funny, but they look at me like, whoa, and I'm like, it's a fat joke. It ain't no bad joke.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with
But I think the
race.
fact that I
Jesus.
said I was going to turn the inauguration makes it think he doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, get over it. It's a fat joke.
She is a fucking moose. What happened to her?
That stupid hat of hers, too. Whatever the fuck
the
that
big
thing.
bow?
With the big bow.
I'll
She
tell
was
you
big.
what.
She looked like a float, like a Macy's Day float.
Huge.
That freeway love's going to need some concrete work.
And she really split the word country nice. You notice that? When she
Oh,
started saying
yeah.
my country.
Oh, yeah.
There was a pause there, my friends.
Yes, there certainly was. For her to eat. That was, she can't go
threw a
one word
Fucking
without.
Slim Jim in her mouth.
She had to breathe in, huh?
Snapped into a Slim Jim. Snap. I would love to have a contest like those Japanese crazy game shows.
Yeah.
Where you just that little Japanese guy would have to run over a ball, swim over a thing, and then grab one of her fat tits and push it over his head.
Dude, gigantic.
Just push it over his head. 1, 2, and then go. And then figure out a math problem. And then hit the buzzer. I'm so much better on XM. I can't wait till you guys are kicked off that fucking radio show.
You were good over there.
Dane Cook. Robert Kelly. Bob Kelly. Bobby. Fat Bob. Skinny Bob.
And if you need insurance, he's your man.
I got it. Larry,
Yeah.
I got you, man.
You're hanging, right, Larry?
Yeah, I'm hanging.
Sorry we were so late, but
No,
we
that's all
didn't know
right.
what the hell was going on at the other place, so we decided to hang out
Hey,
there
I
for a while.
get it. I get it.
We actually hung out there for an extra hour to try to get some answer, and everyone just avoided us.
Yeah, no one came in.
I think you actually
avoided
got an
some-
answer.
Yeah, I think
Or
that
you
was our
provoked
answer.
one. You
That
ma-
was
you
our
made
answer,
it happen.
actually.
We're making good radio. That's our jobs. Make good radio. More with Larry the Cable Guy. Stay there.